Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Raden Jachregantravis from class Numerical Method 01, and welcome to the third part of the final challenge, a review for numerical method videos and quiz. And as this is the third part of the video, if you haven't yet watched the first and second part of this video, you may watch that first before continuing back to this video. And the first part, we discussed about the DAI5 conscious thinking method. And for the second video, we discussed about what added values we got, at least I got from the DAI5 conscious thinking method. And we're gonna continue to part three, which is trying to solve a numerical method problem using the DAI5 method. And as a reminder, this part three is a multi-video part. So there will be other videos for this part three. So make sure you watch all of them before continuing to part four, which is my self-evaluation. So let's get jump right into it. So of course, before we start the video, we have to set our intentions right for starting the video. And so I'm gonna say my intention for this video. There are four main intentions. The first one, of course, my intention to complete this work is for the sake of our Almighty God, as we won't exist without Him, and everything here is just a gift from the Almighty God. And the second one is I want to evaluate and recall back what I've learned from numerical method this semester, since I think I've got a lot of insights, even though this class only gives 2 credits. But I've learned a lot, especially from Padai. And the third one is I want to remember to always be conscious throughout this entire process, as this is a 4-part video with with a lot of videos as well. I want to try to stay conscious as much as I can throughout the process of this video. And my fourth intention before we start on to the video is I want to evaluate what I can improve to be more conscious, and I want to self-reflect based on my answers. So after this 3-part series, on the fourth part, I'll be doing a self-reflection based on what I've learned from all this semester. So let's start this section. So it's a numerical method problem where the what the problem is determine determine uh, the location of the mark line for the content volume of 500 milliliters in a measuring cup with its dimensions shown. So let me try to explain this problem. There is a measuring cup, and as we know, in the measuring cups there are lines that indicate the millimeters, and we want to try to know where is the 500 milliliter mark, like how far is it from the base of the the measuring cup. And the measuring cup is round, as you can see on the photo on the left, and on the right are its dimensions. It's 7.5 centimeters in diameters on the bottom, ranging up to 11 centimeters at the top, with the height of 11 centimeters as well. And we trying to find L. What is L? How tall is the 500 milliliter mark? And so we start off with intention. So I've written 3 main intentions for this problem. The first one is I intend to know where the mark line is located in the measuring cup for the sake of God. Because of course, everything that we do for the sake of God. So we always need to remember and do it with with uh, your whole heart. And if you have not watched the second part, I discussed on brainware and hardware, and this is where the intentions. I need to set my intentions right so that my hardware can encode it properly, and my brainware can then decode it properly as well. Second one is I intend to be conscious throughout doing this work. Of course, I will try to be conscious. Always try to remind myself inside myself that I need to be conscious when doing every step. And the third one is I intend to complete this work to show people how to solve this problem. As I am uploading this video on YouTube, I intend to show people on how to solve this problem, and maybe some people will get help will be helped by me making this video. So that's my main intentions for completing this task. So after the intentions, we move on to the initial thinking about the problem. So from the problem itself, I can see that there are two steps in doing it. This is a Newton-Raphson problem. So I just put the Newton-Raphson equation there. And to determine the volume, as the volume is, let's say, it's a circle shaped on the bottom. It's like a cylinder, but a slanted one. So I'm going to use the area and integrate it by the length to get the volume. And so that's my initial thinking about the problem. And but the idealization, ideally we use an iterative numerical method called the Newton-Raphson to find the precise value of L such that the equation balances to give a volume of 500 milliliters. And what's important like this is we need to do the iterative process. The iterative process will converge to an accurate solution, ensuring that the measuring cup is measured correctly. So in doing methods like this, it's better to use like a computer where you can do like 1,000 iterations at the same time, as it will give you a fairly more accurate answers than you counted by yourself. So after we complete those three steps, we continue to the fourth step, which is instruction. So first, we integrate to get the volume of the cup, as we just input the numbers 0.16y plus 3.75 squared, and then you integrate it by L from 0 to L, and you get an equation of 0.0268 L cubed plus 1.884 L squared plus 44.15 L. And this is what you can say is equation where this equation is equal to 500. Why? Because the volume that we're trying to look for is 500 milliliters. So we put in that 500 equals to what we got previously, and we shuffle things around to make the right side of the equation to a zero. So the equation becomes L to the L cubed plus 70.3 L squared plus 1647.39 L minus 18,656.72. And after we get that, we need to change it in terms of x. So we change the L into x and we find the first derivative. Why do we need to find the first derivative? It's because in doing the Newton-Raphson method, we use the first derivative. So we also look for the first derivative. And in this method, I'm doing a four-step iteration process. So the x2 equals x1 minus the function of x1 divided by the function that's the derivative of x1. So I put in 4 as the first one and got 8.1818, and then I do that again for the third iteration, which I got 8.17, and the fourth iteration I got 8.15, which is the answer. So the measuring cup, uh, the 500 milliliter mark is located 8.15 centimeters above the baseline of the cup, of the measuring cup. So that's how you do the E5, how you use the E5 method to solve numerical methods. And there are other videos waiting in this playlist on me solving other problems using the numerical method as well as using the E5 method, of course. And before we end this video, I want to do a mini discussion. And as we did on the part 2 video, at the end, we do a mini discussion because I'm inspired of what we do in class where we discuss things and bring out opinions. So uh, I thought, why just not as well bring it to this video, and you guys can comment on your opinions. So in this mini discussion, it's with hardship is ease. So this is a quote that Badai likes to bring to class, where it shows that reminds us that the tough times are temporary and better things will come. So it, this helps us to stay strong and hopeful, knowing that challenges will eventually lead to relief and happiness. And believing this, believing work with hardship is ease, can make it easier to face and overcome difficulties. So this WHIE, if you are not familiar with Indonesians idioms, it's berakit-rakit ke hulu, bersenang-senang kemudian, where you climb the mountain. It's gonna be really difficult to climb the mountain, but once you get to the top of the mountain, everything will be paid off, and uh, you feel better with yourselves. And there is Quran Surah Ashar on the first six, which says, "Surely with that hardship comes more ease." So, with hardship as ease is a common term where uh, everything that we go through is for a reason, and we need to just make use of what we have and use that opportunity to the fullest. And so maybe that's it for my discussion of the week. And there are other problems in numerical method for this uh, part three of this four-part playlist, and click the videos on the right side of the screen, or click the videos or see other videos in this playlist to watch more examples of the interpretation of the numerical method. So my name is Jachregantravis. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.